Good morning and welcome to the Hampshire Business Show. Today we are interviewing Jen and Jedow with Jedow Interactive. Stay tuned. So thanks for joining us, Jen. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So let's talk a little bit about your past. Like, what kind of led you to where you are now?
Well, I feel like I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. Actually, one of the great stories is when I went to college and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with this Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. I said, there's no way that I'm going to be able to make paintings and make a living. And I actually really wanted to have something, wanted to be a parent someday and have something that I could cater around my children and my family and create a business around that instead of having family fit around a business. And one of the things that I did was I just, opened up the phone book one day and just started calling every single marketing corporation in the area. And I said, can I come work for free to get some experience? And that was kind of one of my first steps into just taking action. Like life is just not going to deliver things sometimes. The jobs are not always going to be there. That's perceived security that we find, that we have it. We're only in control of the things that we do every single day. And I've always led by that. And I've just been always a very driven person. And I did jump around with a number of different .coms and graphic design agencies for a number of years until I built up some experience. And then once my children were born, that was kind of when I went solo and started designing on my own. And it's just continually grown ever since then. The last 5 years have been tremendous for us. We've joined an entrepreneur community across the world and met thousands of entrepreneurs, and that kind of jump-started my business from the mom at home building websites on her couch to, $700,000 a year and asking my husband to quit his job doing this with me type of business and everything. So it's been a roller coaster. It's exciting, but it's also about for those people that want to own their own business and have been curious to do so. It's a lot of drive and determination. And if you feel like you have that drive and you're determined to make it on your own, it's a wonderful thing. And that's kind of how I got started and what keeps me passionate about every single day. Love that freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And that's a very funny thing you mentioned, working for free, because most people aren't willing to do that. And that definitely.
Even my first job, I walked in there and I was, living with my parents at the time. And I was a kid, but I knew that I was scrappy and I could work hard, and that was exactly what they wanted. I think my first job was paying maybe $17,000 a year. And I said, and he goes, are you okay with that? And I said, yeah, I live with my parents. I'll make that work. I want to do the experience and work hard. And but sometimes you have to you have to give a little bit away. Even with our own businesses, people need to understand what value we have. So sometimes we give a consultation or we give something for free in exchange for them to get to know us a little bit. It's kind of like a dating.
Yeah.
And then once they understand the value attached to what you're trying to do, then they buy.
Yeah.
It's all part of the sales process and stuff. So that was kind of me, dating marketing corporations for them to get to know me a little bit better so I can get that next big job.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's talk a little bit about your company.
Sure.
You kind of know a little bit about your background, what led into it. So what do you do?
So I own a company called Jedow Interactive, and we focus on effective marketing strategies for business. Now, what I mean by that is that we do a lot of web development work, but we also do online and offline marketing. So that's anything with your logo on it. We do anything from initial branding strategies, creating logos, print materials, banners, trade show displays, including full web development packages, and that's including making sure that the website is effective for your business. I use that word a lot because I think a lot of designers out there that will implement exactly what you want on a piece of paper, but unfortunately it's not enough in order to grow your business. So we really factor in the business end of marketing and tie that in with the marketing strategies that we're implementing for you. So one of the first questions I'll ask a customer in getting to know them is, have you defined your target audience of who you're trying to attract? Because only at that point in time would I suggest what marketing strategy would be effective to reach them and to increase your sales. Because if you're not making any money, if you're not bringing in new patients, or if you're not bringing in new clients on a monthly basis, then I haven't done my job. and that's a huge value point for me in our business and what makes us very different about what we do. So my husband and I, like I said, we run this business together, have about 60 people that work for me virtually. So we have a huge team, mostly developers. We do a lot of mobile apps and web development, like I mentioned, but I have printers and project managers, and it's a great cohesive team. And I'm always looking for new people that are looking for opportunities to kind of make their mark and get some experience and everything. So.
Wow. Now, what I heard that I really, really liked is it's kind of, you handle everything that has to do with the marketing. Because I know as I've gotten my businesses going, I kind of run into, okay, I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and all of a sudden you realize, okay, none of this is spinning well, it's just kind of pieces that are falling over and you're trying to keep it up, and I think that would be a really good benefit of what
Yeah, absolutely. And I meet a lot of larger corporations that have individual people doing individual tasks, but nobody's looking at their overall picture. So one of my clients just this week alone was saying, well, she's got a marketing manager doing this task, and we've got people running ads online to drive traffic to the website, but then nobody's looking at the overall picture of the entire user experience. So I grew up learning websites when the internet first came out, and one of the first runs of training that I went through was usability training, and we did a lot of focus groups and understanding how people approach websites, what their experience is, and in order to truly understand sales and marketing for your business, no matter how the leads are coming in, you need to track that entire user experience, and that means by when they saw the ad, what they read, why they clicked, what they got to when they got to your website, what action did they take? Did they make a phone call or did they opt into a form? And how do we follow up with that lead afterwards until they get to the desired result you're looking for? And whether that's a consultation, I have a lot of medical businesses. We have patients that come in the door. I have people that say, I need 20 new patients a month, and I said, great, that's our goal. So what we're going to do is we're going to back it up now. We're going to track all these different marketing efforts in order to get to that one goal. And if we're not meeting this goal, then we need to adjust these marketing efforts. So, like I said, we take the holistic approach. It's kind of like the holistic approach to medicine. It's a holistic approach to marketing. Yeah.
We've talked a little bit about getting everything holistic. So what type of clients do you usually try to find? What's your ideal client base?
Ideal clients for me are people that typically have a marketing idea in mind right now, but they're not being very, they're not getting the desired sales that they're looking for. For example, I have a speaker that came to me this week, and she had an event that she was putting on, and typically people are paid for speaking events, but not everybody is marketing themselves at the event most effectively. Sometimes they'll ask or hope people will come to the back of the room and buy a book. But what if you were able to capture the name and information of every single person sitting in those seats with one simple task? One of the things that we implemented for a speaker this week was the ability to text an offer. So she had the word dream, and she said, just up on her slides on her wall, she just said, dial this 800 number and text the word here. And I'm going to walk through a couple of questions with you, and I'm going to deliver you a free ebook via email while you're sitting in these seats. It's a free gift from me to you. And it's a value to everyone that's sitting in the audience. And then it's a way for her to not only capture, but give away and touch every single person in the room, whether they buy a book at the back of the room or not. What we look for in ideal clients for us is people that are trying to leverage their events. They're leveraging, their website, that it's not working for them, or maybe they just don't have the time and resources to do it all. They've been struggling to manage all of these different entities of social media and marketing and online ads and web development, and they've been managing it themselves, and they're tired and they need to focus on what they do best. And we come in as that support team. So we're a virtual marketing team for many, many different corporations, and ideal customers for me are people that have been struggling, or if they're looking for a way to maybe save on 4 different people into one organization that helps to consolidate costs and consolidates, a vision, because really we all need to be working together from an entire marketing perspective. So those are my ideal clients, and that could be in any industry. We do have a lot of medical-based clients and a lot of physicians and dentists in this New Hampshire area, but any corporation, the financial industry, anyone that's looking to get their word out there, understand what marketing strategies might work for them. You know, I don't know that every finance person needs to be on Instagram, but then again, if they don't know what they don't know, that's what we're there to answer for them and stuff. So we're a provided resource for a lot of organizations, and I welcome the opportunity to talk or even just explore the option of what that might cost for any organization.
That's awesome. I like how you mentioned mobile, because mobile is hugely powerful in the market as we go, and anyone who doesn't know that, call her.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 80% of retail searches are being performed on the mobile device. If you're not catering to the mobile user, then you're missing out on a huge amount of, even if they're not your target audience, you'd be surprised how many people are actually searching on mobile devices versus a laptop these days.
Yeah.
And that's just US. I mean, anywhere outside this country, if you want to build your business internationally, everybody's mobile. They don't even, laptops are not even an item. It's mostly predominantly mobile industry outside of the US.
I've been to Afghanistan a couple of times. There's no laptops or computers, but everyone has a cell phone.
Yes, yeah.
Which is super funny.
Absolutely. I was in South Africa, and they don't have the money to have both, so they choose one. And the mobile was the one option.
Convenient.
That was the only option that they had.
Yeah, it's convenient. It's really good.
And it keeps costs low because their connectivity in certain areas are not that great.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Some really good tips.
Yeah.
So let's talk actionable tips. Since we're like drawing people into your business, you know, what can people kind of do right now to take that step and, you know, kind of get where they need to go, and then when they need it, you know, reach out to you and move forward?
Sure. Well, I mean, I offer a free consultation. You can go directly to my website and opt in at jedow.com, and that's JEDOW interactive.com, and absolutely, it's about identifying where you're at right now, where your pain points are, and then going from there. So really, I think just setting up a call would probably be the best action item in order to take a step forward. You can check out my website and look at some of the resources that we have. You can explore on social media, on Facebook as well, search for me, and we'll list all that information for you. But as far as actionable items, it's about identifying what you're at right now, and also understanding something that people may not know is the cost per acquisition of a customer. Like, how much does it cost for you to bring a customer in the door from all the marketing efforts that you're doing, and kind of understanding, if I'm spending $600 on print ads and $300 on my website per month, I mean, how much is that really generating for me? So one actionable item for everybody to think about is, what am I spending right now, and what kind of results am I getting? And if I was to hire someone to do that, what could be a desired result that I'd be looking for? What would be the amount of money I'd be willing to spend for a lead coming in the door? And that's a good question for everybody to think about.
Yeah, I like that, because people who don't know how strong mobile is, then people who have no idea what they're even paying to bring customers in the door. I mean, that's a lot of business right there, and a lot of money if you don't know those two things. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, one of the ways to test if your website is actually mobile friendly and being seen by Google is go to Google search and type in Google mobile test, and there's a link there where you can then type in your domain name to see if it passes Google's regulations and stuff. So that's a really important fact, because SEO, Google put out a algorithm that changed a little over a year ago that said that if you're not mobile optimized for your website, then we're not going to find you. At least we're not going to find you in the top results. So if you're failing that test, it's about calling the right person to take action, whether that's us or somebody else, but do it because that's important to make sure that you maintain your status in the Google search results as well.
That is an awesome tip. Never heard that one yet.
Yeah.
So that's
good.
awesome.
Yeah. Happy to help. Wherever that came from, email me, text me, whatever you need. Reach out to me on Facebook. Happy to answer any questions as well.
Okay, awesome. So thank you so much for joining me today, Jen.
Thank you.
I learned a lot, even though it was pretty short. I learned a whole lot, and I'm excited to work more in the future. So.
Yeah, if you want to come back and we'll talk about a specific topic only and stuff. You find out what the viewers are looking for. If you're looking for a specific topic and you want to hear more about it, let us know.
Right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Good. You're welcome. I do a lot of crowdfunding education too, where we try to educate people on how to build effective crowdfunding campaigns, and it's really about that sharing and that social concept and stuff. So it was it's huge for a lot of organizations, and not a lot of people can do it well because there's a lot of work involved. But with large lists and a good message and a little bit of traction and stuff, that's when people were able to get those great campaigns going.